tell you, man, a girl me come from, brother. I'm to you.
All right. You remember Jefferson Early School? We usually all at the championship when you come on to Early School. Sometimes,
listen to me, man. You know what?
Sometimes the big event keep out a Lucky Hill.
Of course, you know, Goshen School, me used to go, brethren. Yeah, man. Me and Chip Dudley.
Come on, hold on, man. Hold on. You know Dudley Riley?
Listen, just cool them and handbrake on them. Sure. I'm to you, man.
If you know Dudley Riley, you don't family.
Fowler.
Yeah?
You mean me know your family? For you call the name, let me start laugh.
Mass Chip. Miss Reese.
I'm to you, my brother. Mr. Stewie.
Whoa. Mass Doctor, you know Mass Doctor? Come on, Salisbury.
No, man.
Out of Salisbury.
Out of Salisbury, then my brother used to manage just the piggery. Yeah. My brother used to manage a place up at Salisbury, the piggery.
I'm not asking a question.
Me know Sam and them man that to man.
Oh, you know him.
You should know what St. Mary me come from. I don't know St. Clinton.
Come again.
No, I'm not come from St. Mary, man, but you Caperton come from St. Mary and he must have tuned there.
Yes, man.
From St. Mary.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Edmund from Big Banana Property, man. Somewhere run away, run Halifax with them. When you said, look how idiot.
Halifax, yeah.
You go idiot MP, man, when you
Whitehall.
When you
Halifax, Whitehall.
Yeah. When Edmund from Banana Property run there, no. Run the side there, no.
Yeah.
I know Barry family, them good mass here, and them people from around. Where can run this again? Where put the coffee there?
All right. Well, Miss Dolly teach me at Goshen School in a grade 1.
Miss Dolly. I remember Miss Dolly.
Barry G, mother man. Miss Dolly.
Oh. Mass Aaron and Miss Dolly, right? Miss Dolly, yeah.
Yeah, man. She teach me at Goshen School.
Oh, yeah, the fucking name coffee. Coffee for them, you know. Coffee, them grow a lot of coffee, you know that?
Yeah.
You say they grow a lot of coffee? Yeah, they're a coffee farmer.
So that means, hold on, man. That means you know I'll stout here on them, man, then, man.
Maybe, because I use
Then listen me, man. At Jefferton you come from, me know where the footballer name again. Lord Fire. Jiggery, you know Fowler, you know.
Yeah.
You know Miller them, right? You know
Miller. Yeah, we know Miller them. Miller them are a soldier.
Yeah, I was a soldier as well.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you them from the side. Yeah. You know when them war them, you ride them big bike there. The island.
Of course, no worry. What you mean?
I'm not gonna wear Mikey.
Cool, man.
Pass
off. Yeah? You know what you mean, man? What you mean? My name say Mikey pass off about a couple months to a year ago. Yeah, Mikey at the general, man.
We know what we name Mikey Plus, but Mikey Plus we call it like a family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo. But the man abandoned St. Mary, my general. The whole politician them at Jamaica abandoned St. Mary appear. If you leave from Guys Hill for God Gale, or you leave from Ochery for God Gale, you want a horse and carriage. You take the carriage you mash up, just ride the horse and done. Pier patrol and some sinkhole and some pool in the middle of the road and Montague around there some umpteen years and has not. All the head of people that are patrol. The man for fix the road them. That thing for do. I can't talk loud on a platform here. That man has denigrated the trust of St. Mary people. Because a man that come from around this, when me got Mirzai, Bobby Montague, I got Mirzai too, you know, brother. Seeing? I mean, feel say that man should have come as a man who come from within the poor to fix the place, but look like him, the little millions that when get frightened, little head space, and he come like him just desert the people them. Yeah, the programs and just supposed to go on and say there is not done. And me can challenge him by any forum, any platform. You see it? Right? It's St. Mary's not about the coastline. St. Mary's about the farming community. People want to try to make a small business.
Clive, mute.
People
Can you
are partnering.
please? Clive, can you mute?
See? Those are some of the things that St. Mary was supposed to start doing. The man them forget St. Mary and put a sticking plaza where St. Mary is a poor parish. I pity them no know. You know? Me used to them a carry some transnational down there and people them bus one secret so them a set up house at St. Mary. Because why if you make the whole Jamaica and them know say St. Mary are some people with a business with certain things.
Yeah.
St. Mary I know I'm partial play with certain things. If they make the spirit rising at St. Mary, the machete them all lift up, You tell them that for me, because them now communicate to the people and to tell us what's going on.
It's St. Mary people talk already, They talk, they voice their opinion already.
Who are past through who them are getting dirty water at St. Mary. Yeah, man. That's a slap in
the people in face, though.
Of course. Well, I'm proud parish, brother. See? And we love we elders and we youth them, And we are very productive people, I see if I come try to throw a monkey range in the middle of the engine or war. You instigate, See? Yeah, Prime Minister come talk about enough afraid of nobody. You are a servant of the people, and you have displaced the people for your high profile, rich friend. Them say be a servant for him, and that they them do. No. Then if the member say the only thing Andrew can come to Jamaica fully done, sir, and nobody can dispute me upon that. Fully done. The education sector is down and then I revamp it to fix it up. Yeah, they don't care about it. One little man, one court case and he can get tried nearly about 50 years now because of political involvement in the law. That only shows that the law is not to be trusted when it comes to the governance, because why that one man can't try for the education money is nobody can talk about it. So the judicial system need to come take a stand and stand up, because the law is the law. Anything that is taken from the people are taxpayers' money and not feed them money. And I have doubts in the judicial system and the law courts of the country. I do. Because every single thing we see happening in government, it's all fraud, conspiracy, unaccountability of money that's being spent, no receipt and all that. That's a crime. How come the commissioner of police not doing work?
But I want to ask you something, Mr. Mikey. I hear Cliff Hughes ask Andrew Holmes a question. He still have confidence in his minister. Should you come now? Come now. We can look into it. Should Cliff Hughes really ask Andrew Holmes a question? Let me know.
You see, you have remember say Cliff Hughes. Remember say the propaganda war with Cliff Hughes did raise for the PNP, More you remember, I know me say so, everybody hear him out all over the globe.
Yeah.
And he was one of the persons who put certain agendas against the party that was ruling and find every classes and passes.
Yes, Uncle Mikey. But yes, Uncle Mikey. But what may I say? We know that, but we don't feel like he's asking a question because, come on, Mr. Mikey. There is no way.
Then the propaganda, brother.
Yeah, all right, boom. I know that the mass of the people do not have confidence in Andrew Holness. And you can't tell me that Andrew Holness appoint Wheatley there as what a cabinet minister. And he become embattled down, right? Rob taxpayer So when you start rap people, people are going to call you criminal, people are going to call you thief. There's nobody have no confidence and trust in no criminal and no thief. Like me, I tell sir.
Thank you very much. That is true.
So how come that question should never ask of that man, brother?
But Cliff Hughes is asking a question of a man whose statutory deductions cannot be sorted out for the past much years. Right? His pay package cannot account for how much millions of dollars he have in a banking account and 20 bank accounts across the whole
place. Thank you, David.
See? So there is no credibility in the office of the Prime Minister at the moment. And that is based on his actions. Nobody else's action but his.
There's no way you got our team work with you, Mr. Mikey. You can't have a team work with you. Right? And if you know somebody a thief, you don't want him to come here because you realize you miss anything at any given moment. Right? Until anybody stole from you, he can't bring a carry it on. So when these 49 when did it? All of them was criminal. All of them was criminal. Right? Till them end up to 30 ad now. Right? And the people still go back and vote him back 30 ad thief. I'm telling you, Mr. Michael, we have some serious problem with some people like Emily Shields. Because there was no way what Emily Shields come out and say no about Andrew Owens. When we need them opinion, then vice.
Yeah.
And they stand to help us hold those people accountable. They did not. They already gone through the game.
Yeah, but Emily Shields was one of those. Emily Shields tried to tear down the opposition party and everything when them talk about. Do you think you can do that? You think the Jamaican people is ready for you? Emily Shields is one of the people we drive doubt in the people in mind because they have a powerful media setting, brother.
Exactly.
And let's be intellectual about it because they might behave like some of them alone and go to school and have a little brain and can't read.
Exactly.
So like people have a perception and intellectual capability.
So if you know,
you see me?
Yeah, if you know sometimes Cliff Hughes come and look a patch here and look a patch there and people say, yeah, let's see it in balance what? Yeah. Balance what?
Balance what?
They are the same set about the people like Andrew Owens, so I owe them no apology.
Did you? All right. If we can go back to certain newspapers in Jamaica, there's bias coming out of those newspapers because when we look at the alignment of some of these media houses, who they are aligned to, people within the government, they are controlled. You see, and when we cannot get no credible news and news of substance. And right, what I've noticed, there is no investigative journalism being done in Jamaica as if they are dumbed down by these people in governance.
But I want to give a big up, Conrad O'Brien. That was 93.
Okay.
And they don't call that, they don't brand that man as PMP and they will call him PMP and whatsoever. I don't care zero. He's one of the best journalists in Jamaica now. He's one. I'm biased. He unbiased. He speak the thing that he have an entry to say he pushed the Ilvin up further. Right? And anybody that sit into Conrad O'Brien interview chair, whether PMP, JSP, no P at all, that man make you get value for money when he sit down, run his journalist chair and his journalist microphone to speak to the nation about proper journalists in this country. I can take off my hat to Conrad O'Brien. Thumbs up, son, and continue to do the good work. You and your team. Yeah. Thank you very much, Miss Julie. Could I bring back Miss Lee for a moment?
Miss Lee? Yes, Mr. General. Yes, man. It's a conversation and we love that. We love input, we have to use the minds. We're not using no bell. The bell is a symbolization of slavery.
Yeah.
You get me? So if we're going to use the minds and if we have good conversations, let's do so.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome,
Thank you very much.
Queen Leo.
Welcome back, Miss Lee.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. No, sir. All I can say now, people of Jamaica just have to get up and stop talking. Cause talking not gonna remove Andrew Holness out of the office. It's not gonna remove him from a prime ministership. Talking, not doing no good. We have to just get up and stand up and block some roads. Do something. Yeah, we have to do something. We cannot live in go like this. It cannot go on like this. The country is a mess. Honestly, the country is a mess. Yeah, Jamaica is a mess.
Gone bad,
I don't know. Gone bad, very bad. I don't know.
God don't help us, man. We'll find some way to get out of that.
When I remember when
God.
one certain political party they telling people if you put on certain color shirt and come chop down tree and block the whole Jamaica. You remember that?
I think so.
Oh, you mean? Man, I'll buy a power saw and then cut down tree down a St. Mary too. We in a theme time now, the same power saw cut down tree, block him in a road block too. I said, same knife we stick, sheep stick, go same power saw where him buy, come back, come chop down tree, block him in a road block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if them out of these actions, then we have to do it. Yeah. I have seen in that parliament building where Mr. Vaz buy some things some people in the market. It just never give no enough, never tax him or do it. And the Prime Minister say now sit down in the House of Parliament with him. Now him have 400 million in bank account, and then the Integrity Commission have a problem with his payment plus what him have and his records. But him a go on like people must ignore that. That me can't ask him where my tax paying money there. What kind of Prime Minister is that, and he's a servant of the people? Eh? The whole of Jamaica was shut down for a week. That me I tell you. Lockdown for a week.
Yeah, man. That's what we need to do.
You have a man who a minister of health and how much baby dead and the fiend watch. Now one place I must talk about a 1 month after him know say 9 babies dead now. Hey, him forget fired and kick out of the house. Kick out. Yeah. When Fenton first the thing did go on, the Prime Minister himself did quarrel about it when he was opposition leader. So why the man the fiend watch and not do like what he used to do when he was opposition leader? Tufton need to go.
That's I don't.
Andrew Wheatley need to go.
Tufton need to go. Hospital is a wreck.
Seeing the hospital, the hospital they look like a junkyard when you look at the back of them.
Nasty back.
Holy park and garbage and this and that. No. Where to not talk about, brother? Imagine a country like Jamaica and an ambulance.
It's a disgrace.
Jamaica have not over here so where me live. One hospital have more than 50. One hospital up here so where me live have more than 50 ambulance. I can't find 50 ambulance in Jamaica. How we are run? One party shop. Youth left school and they can't write a proper sentence. What go on with education sector, brother? Eh?
That pop down too. Everything is a wreck.
Virgin,
and I see they're taking us reading from.
Fix up the education sector. It needs to be sorted out.
Nah, fixing it because
no other ministry will be sorted.
Mr. Mikey and Miss Lee are going to go to Fox.
Yeah, man. Make Fox all a race, man. Yeah, man.
Mikey Natural. Blessed.
Blessed.
Yes, you are going, Matilda. You are going. The Jamaica people don't recognize the Jamaica people enough to come out and demonstrate. The opposition needs to champion the cause and start it because
hold on, Jesus. Hold on. What you say the opposition should do?
Champion the cause for the lockdown.
Champion what, Jesus?
The cause for the lockdown.
So all right, hear me as
Listen. Because it's a capital name. Listen, man. That's what I'm done, man. That's what I'm man. I mean the arm, man. Listen, man. It is a capital name in the country. The people, you do have a capital name for the people them take order from and come out and lock on the street. Because it's a we try small time. I'm
right. Hold on, Jesus. Have you remember that Mark G got there already?
No, I'm not see that.
Yes, man, Mark G got there already.
No, but I mean, like, no, to us much atrocity are going on. And worse, Andrew Wheatley. And come out to that fire.
You might stand on it. You might stand on it, and the call that you're calling for, Jesus. Yeah, you might stand on it.
Remember?
Yeah.
Me serveless individually go, but I'm not calling for marketing. You know why?
We go there.
Hold on, let me make my point now, man. Please, let me make my point. What people have heard to say, if you can't hear, you have to feel, and what your hand coming to your body must bear.
Okay, you don't have to go further.
Market G out there 4.5 years, campaigning night and day, and have a manifesto put out to the people of Jamaica. They make a little cross-mind man when you're Warmington. Style up the integrity boss, style up the leader. And they've been declaimed and trampling down to the ground. Right?
Rob him out of New Kingston.
Seriously, that is so strong and he mean the people of Jamaica good. He never budge. He just take him, he can't take him. So you want to tell me now? Even look at the bill, Naira, where the opposition sit in the parliament from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I never see that happen in the history of Jamaica. The opposition hierarchy, they are working and they're working in the best interest of the people of Jamaica. Make the lazy people they move out the poll for Roman boom, 1 plyboard and 25,000 and 5,000. And then pick up on the road. Sit right there, market.
Let me share a leniency. Hold on now. Let me share a leniency. Remember saying now. Remember Andrew didn't win him seat now. Remember say him lose a thief, it my father. So they can't blame me.
I'm not even going to suggest us.
No, man, you have to go there to man. Because if you know a thief, he won't have a seat. If you want to thief my father, he won't have a seat. Look, man.
Who are you talking?
Andrew never thief him seat, he won't have a seat, my dad.
I am not going there, sir. The fact is him sitting in the parliament as a winning
because him thief my dad, man. Open the eye, man. I can't thief, man.
Then how many people thief things I make use of it, man. How many people thief things I make the best use of it, you know? But the point
I basically I can't see my make them.
So when I'm TV carrying down TV, the reality is there. Yeah, the Prime Minister is sit there as a member of Parliament. He sit there, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? So wait, that's that. We not go there. So
it needs to be removed.
What the people of Jamaica need to do now? Leave out Market G out height. Leave Market G complete out there. Who to create the problem? Who to create the animosity? Find the solution.
You still say uno I'm tell you thief man, thief seat, brother.
A constitution election do not due until 2030, sir. So they must not.
You are locked in being one way. Remember, if you never thief it, you want to go in the seat. Remember that you're not past that. If you never thief it, you want to go in there.
You still deal with that narrative.
But it is there. It is there in front of us. You can't hide. You can't sweep like carpet.
All right. It's a reality. It's a reality when I thief and don't thief it.
You can't say that. No, that's not a good talk. You can't say whether or not whether. No, in thief it. That is the point.
All right, let me go. All right, let me lick the nail on the head. Yes, in thief it.
Yeah. So if you're on the seat, if you're inside, they never thief it.
But we can't deal with that narrative. You know, we not depend that. Don't make no sense to me. You know.
But that's a reality. That's a reality.
It don't make a sense. It don't make a sense. The people of Jamaica should make. We have to say if but maybe the people of Jamaica should assess, do them assessment from 2016 go back to the last general election we have and the leadership of this man. So I'm not going to suggest us. I'm not going there. And if Marky G, I want to know when Marky G going and sitting in the parliament with his 20 odd members of parliament, they defend the constitution. This is the time now for the people who go there and make with them, and if I made it, I feel them problem now. I feel me and them problem now. So me take the street. Me take Marky G position.
Yeah, but right now the constitution now not work for we. The people they need to start defend because the constitution not work for we now. Because Andrew the own thing. They say own thing, Mado.
The people make the constitution not working for them. The people make the constitution is not working for them, sir. The constitution is here for everyone to make it work. Like me tell you, Mikey.
One of the reasons why I want them feel it too, you know. Yeah, because the constitution is there open up in front of our very eyes. And nobody knows.
Brother David, that's
use any single human being in Jamaica can carry the government to court, you know. You know that?
Court.
Any single human being in Jamaica can carry the government to court.
I remember we charge the government general for cheese, you know. Right now we charge the government general for cheese, you know. We deliver that to him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we are the rest of them to go for King's House with you, man.
I acknowledge you, because I believe me on a program, we joined a live one night, before the and I hear on it. Where we have this, where, you know why we may upset with Joseph?
Yeah.
For you're such an intelligent person and sit at the platform with the one that name, what name? Son of Punkus.
No. I mean this him. I mean this man come off.
That's why I'm disappointed. That's why I'm disappointed with. I will never join a platform with Brother G.
And you're going to I'm going to find the realize that's why I'm still in dirty bad.
You are
dirty.
You're nasty, man.
Yeah, man, I think this man. I see me this man come off, man, and them take me.
On national G's, I'm never sort him out fully. He has threatened to grade my
attend to you, my brother. Thank you very much. No problem. Thank you, Miss Paula. Thank you, Brother David. Thank you very much. And please, I'm just like, if you want to like and share, please tap it up for me now. Tap up the screen for me, please.
Yeah, man. With you're not supposed to sit up on no platform with.
Yeah, I tap it up.
Big up, Miss Paula. Big up, Miss Paula.
Thank you very much, Miss Paula. Thank you, Brother David.
Big up, Miss Paula. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have her in the back. So,
Yeah.
How you doing, Miss Paula? Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the platform. Thank you very much.
I'm what? You hearing me?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, man. We are here, yo. Hi, SP.
Hi, Mikey. Good afternoon, panelists. And Sir Bless.
Yes, my darling.
I liked your stance a while ago.
Yeah.
When you made the clear distinction. We were supposed to have gotten it right September 3rd.
Yeah.
September 3rd was the mandate that we got. Yeah. Some of you all stayed home. Some of you take the rum and boom money. Some of you take the $5,000. And some of you blatantly never come out from board. So now Andrew turn up the heat in trick on her. Turn up the heat for uno and you know want Mark to come cool uno. Why?
Go to the Mr. Marky.
Why?
Go to the disappointed with you, sir. As honest as you are. Me go there.
Why? September 3rd, uno could have get it right. And uno, this year, uno that look for send on a picnic. The first now no family forget a college or a university education uno that depend that the trajectory. Some of uno that sit on a NHT now, I try line up our land agency, forget to no piece of land, I ratify on yourself for say on own piece of land. Oh, you all didn't want that. You all wanted a 1-day feast. Wanna get the feast. Now enjoy the famine.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Welcome, Faith.
Enjoy the famine. God did prepare him people them out of Goshen and send Joseph in Egypt how much years before to prepare for the very thing that would have caused the people them for going to Egypt. And him send Joseph years before got prepare. Mark has been there for 4.5 years. Him build back the party, but somehow no destroy. And him take him time and build it back and gave you all of. I said, this is what I want for you. Him no want no riches. Him don't want riches.
I love my leader 100%.
Him come out of it. Him know what it is. Him father stand up for black people. You hear me? Him father did I go to America for going in a big job and stop in Jamaica and never left. A big job him there go to and him turn here with see him black ungrateful kind. Because we had no orthopedic surgeon here. And he stopped here in the middle of Polo. When he might look after Polo people without any PPE. When he might help them put together the Polo vaccine. When he might help them to do everything for our kind. And you all, him son, come out here and carry on the legacy of him father, which he ain't have to do. But he might do it because of that him grew in a him see him mother, him see him father, him see everybody in him family. A help we. And he has that same mind frame to help struggling Jamaican. Because peace are not beyond this, are not better than this. He saw your vision and uno the too blind for see it. Because uno want the 1-day feast and the rest of the time on a famine. Leave the man alone. Leave him alone. He did all he could.
Welcome
he did all he could. You hear me? Him do it. But he never want it. So he must get it.
Yeah.
More for Uno, and Uno need it.
Man.
Uno need to come off on a high horse now.
Yeah, man.
Sir Bless, thank you for the time.
And thank you very much, Miss Paul. It's a pleasure. You no longer have it on my platform. Thank you very much.
Make the lava run, make the lava, the fire burn.
Yeah.
See him, Sir Mikey.
Come on.
They had the opportunity.
Burn. Welcome.
Right.
Burn, Mama. Aram decision. Welcome to the Aram decision. Welcome.
Andrew telling us I put on $2,000 per minimum wage. And as him win it cut to 1,000.
A 5 they should get. They should get 5.
Don't you think should I give them $500 for 2?
Yeah, man. Come on.
I should have $1 and put money. $1 because that didn't work. $1.
No.
Here? No, some brainless people that Jamaica Rasta. Brainless. Seeing all of the programs in Jamaica where I watch the NHT money disappear, I get them big friends to build big condominium and them can't buy no $35 million house. And I feel them same housing, you hear it name? National Housing Trust. It's the people's trust. And them are treated as them personal piggy bank. And you can't talk to them.
And let me make it clear to Jesus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I support a demonstration, you know. I support it, you know, but not my leader. Not my leader.
But as I say, the people don't have that big motivation. People have a big motivation.
We are doing this trip, man. We are doing this trip because God's spare life. I'll be in Crossroad Tuesday. I will be in Crossroad Tuesday. so much of this thing are going on, man. So
the
Roman
island wide, and I just cross, so they want the whole 14 parish to come out.
We have to start from somewhere, you know, so we don't mind the people make it their island wide process, you know.
Yeah, I advocate for that, man. To do island wide.
I just calling up and the behalf of all the thinking citizens of
Jamaica. And everyone.
Island wide protests and the 38th of June. Tuesday coming. They can't.
The country want lockdown like a sardine can.
Just like we see against in the 80s.
The country want lockdown like a sardine can, brother.
Yeah, if you can't afford to reach at crossroad, you can make a little gathering. But remember, PMP are disciplined. They the well-thinking citizens of Jamaica are disciplined. We know that they're going to say PMP plan this process. Anything can be happening when they're going to come out to blame. Say PMP do this and PMP do that. Please, and your best behavior. Please, and your best behavior. Bring your water with you know, and whatever you look at medication and and you voice your opinion and voice your concern about the thieving we are going to the country and about this 10,000 immigrants we are coming here and if you get we land space them a house, we don't know nothing about them and yet we have people, our citizens, 8 months plus gone since we have
under Tapa
hurricane, right? And people are still not have a proper shelter over their head. Still have look up at the element. I heard that 6 months baby are still sleeping in gold pen, right? And the Prime Minister can take our tax dollars to accommodate what they
pay the fines and the worst of people them.
Worst of people, come on, we're not working with it, come on, man. It's have to be stopped.
Grapist, pedophile, despicable. You are your
have you all noticed, right, that when it comes to the Minister of National Security, the Justice Minister, the Prime Minister, the Minister who named Audrey Marks, you realize they have 4 different things them tell Jamaica people with regards to those people coming into our country.
4 different stories. 4 different
stories.
And then Marco Rubio come shed light in a different sense.
Yeah. Always time lie and fool. Always time that shit. Always time come like a shit house. Come like a shit.
Not hard, you know. All right. Remember in the disaster time, when they give you the number of shelter right across the island, there's when Mackenzie come with a different figure. The information minister come with a different figure. The Prime Minister come with a different figure.
Yeah.
Come with a different figure.
Right.
So they are never in one accord.
Right.
So those people are tricksters. They are Edmar and the pirate.
Yeah, but I'm a pirate, man. I pirate them, I lead them, man. I pirate them.
Brethren, I don't have to say anything because Marco Rubio mash up them little dollios because we have 4 different things for 4 handicapped brain.
And Dana Morris Dixon, she's like a stinking dirty girl.
No, Ra, hold on. We have 5 different things we hear. We forget about Sheeta. She had the mouthpiece. She had the propaganda mouthpiece.
Yeah, man. Remember what nationwide? I've come and tell the nation. And I have never heard this in my life. When it come on to affair of international intervention.
Yeah.
Because the average citizen visa when they got taken away. No, they would not the American would not attack the average citizen. They would go for the diplomat them.
Let me tell you something.
Official them. After them visa the first time revoked. So nationwide, stop deceive the nation. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're a liar. Stop lying to the Stop it nationwide.
Accountability.
Remember, say Cliff Hughes is a fish, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So fish now got to truth. They might cover up.
But when you
Cover up in the Batman, friend Andrew.
look at this. Look at this, my partner. Look at this. Colonel Charles Jr. is the Minister of Labour and Social Security, right?
Yeah.
All right. That ministry, you know, play a #1 role in social development, you know, of citizens in this country, you know. Do I right or do I wrong?
Right.
I'm going to ask, how comes that you can't have a political activist like Munchi B to sit into the minister constituency office? It seems like it's right there in the ministry in the ministry. So tell me now, how can Munchi going to be balanced there between scarce benefits and spoils? Tell me, it cannot be political victimization.
Yeah.
Look up, Munchi B have influenced this minister to make to do a live, and then the one coming on the live, they supposed to turn on the camera and themselves. What a wicked and dangerous act.
Yeah, that is her, and that's what she does. She is a propagandist. That she's going to tell me on. She tell me on a live that I'm telling you that the prime minister is a servant of the people. She'll tell me that is not correct. I said that this is just showing me that you are a dunce.
A dunce, I'm a lead way.
If the prime minister is a servant of the people, why are you coming on platforms and talking?
Yeah.
Eh?
Them dunce.
You don't want to talk to them, the people. Eh?
Dear Myers Dixon dunce too. And the Minister of Finance, girl, she dunce too. I get favor with dunce too. I pay dunce. The finance
minister fail at education ministry.
Yeah,
and you put her on finance?
Oh God, man. Dunce.
It's a quarter.
Some puppet dunce we have. Some puppet dunce.
The population you have to deal with, you know. Quarter of the population you have to deal with. And she could not deal with a quarter of the population. All right.
And you get the full.
Education.
No.
Education is a main source.
Dirtiness, dirty.
And when you can manage the education now, and you, right about now, when you take a second, you put it away with the ministry, you know. Because I'm responsible for that ministry in a sense, you know.
Yeah, finance.
Yes,
yeah.
You put on the hardest ministry, which is finance.
Yeah.
Of course.
Brother.
Hey, I tell you, Mr. Mike, I tell you the blows and curtain them. I said, me come from them, I start try and I spit fire, you know.
Brother. Suggest us when me a burn fire there, all a million of them come after me one time, and suggest us me can tell them.
Mike, long time I listen, you know. A long time. And you know, this is a brother named J. Brian. I respect the brother there, and I never tell you why I respect the brother.
Yeah.
The burden and the weight of the checkup on him head. And when God knows, I tell you, brother, sometimes I wonder, I'm going to say to myself, God knows, the one day I want to sing on a microphone and ego. Maybe me know that like effective like them, you know. But I want to play my role. I want to play my part. And sometimes I will, if I don't listen to J. Brian, like John, know, something miss the video. I end up losing all my work, you know. Because me I say, yo, I'm happy. Listen to J. Brian. Yeah. So my teacher, thumbs up. Ivan.
Well, let me tell you, I speak from a sense of my history of growing up in Jamaica and the problems associated with the government. I speak from a position of patriotism where my country and my people are more valued to me than the government. Because the government is a servant for the people, by the people.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when I speak, a lot of people have a lot of problems with Mikey speaking because when Mikey speak, Mikey a bonfire straight, you know. Who are the criminal, who are the junker, who are the grapists, and who are the salongo. You know, play with people because Jamaica are my ground. Yeah. When Gilbert blew, I was a soldier and I started build a 3 years work and build back Jamaica. Me and Mr. a friend them. And I saw a hurricane in Jamaica. And 2 weeks after the hurricane, the Prime Minister the CNN and said it is not safe to rescue. In a Gilbert, when Gilbert passed Kingston, me upon the road, I help people out of them house. And what kind of Prime Minister that? Eh?
He's a crime minister, minister.
You know, see if you help the people, them?
Wicked.
Brother, me just know the brother is an embarrassing figure. Yeah.
Remember what I tell you, you know? Remember what I tell you, say, at the land, them want, you know, and then them make the star man carry it. Remember what I tell them people about we are this and we are that? See, they want to know we are now office build smart city. Remember what I tell them that, you know? We tell them that.
Yeah, we are taught that more than 2 years. More than 2 years we have been talking about that.
So these people now, Jesus and Mikey, these people not prove, say no, what you know, the Naira bill, there are nothing in it for you?
Yeah, nothing.
Don't have, you mean if you prove it to them? Then collect 5 and 10 and $25,000 a vote, then can't open them beak. Because no more they have a beak, then can't open them beak because when they open them beak and swallow them and swallow.
Let me tell you a big flaw. Let me tell you a big flaw in the Naira. Anthony Anderson are the CEO. Or couldn't be the CEO and he is not the inventor of it. Tell me that.
I know that. Look what different place them bounce him to. And it is alleged that he is a relative of the Prime Minister, so that's nepotism again.
Yeah. Or could he be the CEO and on a female idea? See that?
And I'm not even saying enough. There were people who tending their application to become the head of NARA, you know.
Yeah.
And they displaced them, waste the people then time because he had that man to put in.
Yeah.
Where I'm close ally.
I dream thing, you know. That plan them I work with.
You're lucky to see what I'm pitting them as Costas or Mayor. You what?
You must land them up. What do you mean, see? You must land them up. Must land them already. You must land him pitting them on already. And them never work.
You so see Andrew let's pitting them as Costas and me and all these things.
Morning panel, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Great.
Good. By the way, this is Head Boy. This is my account I use on TikTok.
Oh, big up yourself, my G.
Remember the name there? Remember the name, the Head Boy?
Yeah, man, I'm a caller. I'm a caller on Andre's program.
Yes, Head Boy.
You know,
yeah, man.
I want to say
I greet you, sir. I greet you.
Okay, but
yeah, man.
A blessed welcome and service platform. Happy to see you. Blessed.
Yeah, man. I love the discussion. Nobody now cuss nobody. You know the thing I respect about the comrades on TikTok.
Yeah.
You're having critical discussions without having, you know, lowering yourself in the gutter. Let's put it that way. Yeah. But you see, this Naira is going to make Andrew Holness and his family not millionaires, not billionaires, but trillionaires. Yeah. In Jamaican dollars.
You see it already.
What is happening with Tony Anderson? And the public need to know. Tony Anderson cannot be the head of NARA when he's going to be approving projects for his wife. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, we see that too. Nepotism.
Thank you very much.
Person of interest.
No, to go further.
I just said it.
To go further.
Nepotism 101.
Floyd Green, who is the house leader, is also a financier of the same family. Meaning the family finances his election in Southwest St. Elizabeth. Yeah. The same Hensel family. The first, have you ever heard NARA, which is supposed to rebuild Jamaica? They're going to use the money for NARA to start to make a movie.
Yeah. A lie.
I am telling you because that's a fact. They have applied.
You never hear about that?
I know
You never hear about that?
News.
Yes,
You didn't hear about that?
This to me, first hear this.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I see serious thing.
So they have applied under. They didn't go to Jampro. They didn't go to the Ministry of Culture. They went straight to Naira. And in fact, anyhow they apply under culture, it's a conflict of interest. Because last year, while Jamaicans were facing the hurricane, or about to face Hurricane Melissa, the family, the same Hensel family, was busy keeping a birthday party across from the Canadian Embassy at Hytopia Life for Babsy Grange.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
And the behalf of taxpayers?
Not on the behalf of taxpayers, on the behalf of their fund that they give to these guys. You need to understand, you know, the Henzels are more greener than the word green, you know.
Wow.
This is what you call this is what you call proximity power. So what they do, when the girl married Tony, they knew that Tony was very close to Andrew Holness. Yes, he's not his wife for 20 years, you know. If you go and look back and ask anybody, when did Tony Anderson marry this lady? And all of a sudden now, she married him because he's close to Andrew by not just friendship, but it is his cousin.
Wow.
Oh, so that explains why he might bounce him around to so much department.
Remember now, Tony is the first person in Jamaica to be appointed National Security Advisor. We have never had none over the 20, 30 years that we have been watching governance in Jamaica.
Honestly, I thought we never know something new.
It's new,
Yeah,
it was
man.
never done before.
Oh God, I did not know, never too old to learn.
So
Never done before.
in family. My create conscience in family.
Let me help you with stretching your memory. We have had about 5 or 6 ministers of national security over the last 20 years or 30 years, right? We have had, let's go back when Peter Phillips was Minister of National Security, the longest serving one. And after Peter, we had Dwight Nelson, the man who said I can't recall. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
right. And we had after Dwight, we had Peter Bunting. Then we have now had Horace Chang sitting there. By the way, Horace Chang is actually out serving Peter Phillips. He's going to become the longest serving Minister of National Security.
Yeah, but Mantic was wanted.
Oh, forgive me. Because Bobby's tenure was maybe 2.5 years. I forgot about but and Bobby's tenure was filled with corruption. Bobby was removed from the position because he was privy to the report we're now getting from the Integrity Commission and the FLA.
FLA, yeah.
So he had to remove himself. Not only that, Bobby presided over the biggest scheme or theft of taxpayers' funds when he was selling live firearm to people without questionable. But in fact, I go further. I knew for a fact in St. Mary, I have seen people acquired license firearm. I applied for my license firearm, I have seen people acquired license firearm just so that I could protect my life. And I couldn't get it. But a deportee from the US who was charged for drugs is now an holder of a license firearm as a result of Bobby. But Bobby didn't stop there. Bobby appointed this drug deportee as a contractor to maintain the grounds at the Ian Fleming Airport. No, there's nowhere in the world you can be charged for drugs and be given a pass on an airport,
Yeah.
It is just standard. You can't, it cannot be allowed.
Yeah, because you can influence, send them more drugs.
Of course. So you see, friends, let me tell you something. when people hear people like you and others, Mr. Bless, right, coming on, Sir Bless, coming on and Mikey Natural and all of the persons there, coming on and raising this issue, it's not being political, it's about governance. Because if it was happening under the People's National Party, we would do the same in highlighting these issues and saying it is wrong. But the problem with labor rights is that they have eaten their conscience, so they have none. They have no conscience whatever. And let me tell you what they're doing. They are militarizing the state. You see what is happening now in St. Mary? The very first place they have earmarked for the deportees or the TCNs, is in St. Mary. But it gets worse. The property belongs to a financier of Bobby Montague.
In the week, yeah.
So they're going to be making money for the next 1 year. Because by the way, you know, the government not telling you this, you know. It's 6 months to 1 year they're going to be in Jamaica, and after that they choose if they want to leave.
Wow.
That is the agreement. And I really am disappointed to some extent, and I have to say it, with the People's National Party in not doing their homework. They have friends in the Caribbean, parties in the Caribbean that are running governments that have signed this agreement, and they could get information from them as to what the agreement is. A standard agreement. You know, the US is not signing one with you, and the only thing is maybe there's a little tweak, but in terms of the financial outlay, it's the same. Each person who comes to Jamaica, the government of Jamaica is receiving $10,000 US per head. That is for them, for the government. To maintain them now, they're going to be getting money for their housing, money for their health care, and money to give them to upkeep them whilst they're in Jamaica. So let's use the $10 million, let's use the $10,000 figure. Let's say that we're going to only see 1,000 over the next year, right? Do you know 1,000 times 10,000 is how much? Because math is my strongest weak point, yeah? I think that is 10 million, yes? And so for the next, for just 1,000 deportee, the government of Jamaica is pocketing 10 million US, which is about 2 billion point something Jamaican dollars. And nobody is raising the issue that these people have the money, them get the money, and then sit down upon them. So what are they going to do with this money? They can do anything they want. You know what they're going to do with it? They're going to take that money and campaign back for the councils. That is why they have put these people, 25 of them, they are earmarking them in a division in Port. I keep on saying, people say it's Bobby Montague's constituency. It is not. People need to understand Grandstone. On the left is Omar Newell, which before was Dr. Guy. On the right is Bobby Montague. Where the house is located is in central St. Mary, not western. So they're going to put them in the Port Mara division, and Port Mara division was only won by the PNP by about 200 votes. So if you do that for the next couple of years, you know how much voters they're bringing in. And by the way, they have required that there must be English speakers, which mean that they are Commonwealth citizens. If you check the ROPA, which is the Representation of the People's Act, it says that these people, after 1 year in Jamaica, can vote. So they're not going anywhere. So to Liardman Chang, and I'm going to go back to the panel, this Liardman Chang is lying to people to say they're in, and first of all, in transit. I've worked in the airports for a while, so I understand the terminology. You cannot be an in-transit passenger after 2 days, yeah? Or 30 days. You're in transit for only 23 to 48 hours, that's it. No more than that. So they're lying to people, and the people need to understand. I'll yield to the panel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
How you do, Mr. Jordan? I'm
going
not paying no money, Miss Paul. I'm going to go on chat.
You see, the truth of the matter is, you know, these people are very dishonest.
And good morning.
Right? And they, me no know, Congo must eat out their conscience or something. but they don't see anything. The Jamaica Labour Party has become a cultish party, right? They don't see nothing wrong with what their leaders are doing. And it's like if you say something, it's like the Prime Minister is infallible. Him can't do wrong. There's nothing wrong with what he is doing. And I can't understand how could these people say choose Jamaica, and the Prime Minister in his interview with Cliff Hughes did not choose Jamaica. He not choose Jamaica. He might choose America and America first agenda over the people of Jamaica, because again, let us highlight the fact of the matter is we have people under tents. We have people living outside, sheltering, don't have nowhere to live. We have people struggling to find a meal a day. We have people, there are so many problems in this country. Our healthcare system is in crisis, and every day we hear the minister blaming the workers, and he's not taking responsibility in his regard, because he must think say some of the issues in the health sector. When I'm not saying that we as workers can do better, we can do a little bit better, but the truth of the matter is significant problems in the health sectors are not managerial problems. These are ministerial problems, ministry problems that needs to be solved, because the fact of the matter is if you don't have the resources to do what you ought to be doing, you can't do what you need to do. You can't deliver a world-class service with inadequate amount of resources.
Thank you,
And the truth that you can't deliver world-class service with inadequate resources. So you're asking the workers them to show up every day. Every single day workers show up to work, and they come to work to do their work. Right? Some of the attitude of the staff need to change. Yes, that is a fact. But when you come into a workplace where as you reach your head start hurting because there are mold infested in the building, you start to feel sick as you come to work. That is not a workplace where you can get a lot out of, because the staff psychologically you're being affected, and many of our healthcare workers, they're coming down sick with non-communicable diseases. They came into the profession healthy, ready to serve, and as a result of the work and the nature of the job and the environment, they're sick. Some of them depend on insulin, some of them get strokes, all type of things that reach healthcare workers. And it's not the healthcare workers' fault. The fault lies with this government. We hear too much PR, we hear too much advertisement, we're not hearing enough work being done. That is what needs to be done. We need a caring minister, a minister that is going to go on the ground and to do what he needs to do. Not come out every day blame doctors, blame nurses, blame the managerial staff of the hospitals or the clinics. And them are the problem. The problem lies with the ministry itself, because when you come to work, you don't have enough garbage bags to dispose of your things. You don't have enough this, you don't have enough that. And that reach healthcare workers. So don't blame the workers. Do not blame the worker. The blame must be laid at Christopher Tufton's feet, and they set me for there.
All right. And there was I'm going to show you a simple thing, how illiterate and dunce these laborers are, and I'm convinced. Remember one time Andrew was giving out the book, remember the book, the man gave out all about and I wrote them. If you're looking up, Jamaica had spell wrong on that book, Did they know that?
Yeah, we know that.
All right. And yes, the man with a gate out. So let's check the dunce of them. Check the literacy without compassion. Check the dunces without compassion. Because if you have something and I give it out, I not spell good, I still give it out. You have no compassion, man. No compassion. They are dunce without compassion. So I realize that label people, I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. I'm a Rastafari. But as I see, the people who support the Labour Party, they are very, very illiterate. Very, very stupid. Very stupid. And they are the one carrying down the country right now in the old Andrew. They are the one carrying down the country right now in the old. Yeah, they are the people doing it because they are backing Andrew with all them wrong what I do. Yeah. So there's a big problem right there. A big segregation and a big non-unities right there. So that's a problem.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Ed boy, you were saying something. You were saying something. You were saying something about what you were saying. The function. I blame certain aspect of it. Are they to go to and find out get certain information that they could deal with this matter more better than our time. What's your stand on it?
Well, Mr. Affleck, very good question. I'll tell you this, that there's already outlined MOUs and established, by the way, friendly countries to the PNP, yeah? Sister parties who are in government to the PNP, who, by the way, Dayton Campbell, Mark Golin, and Peter Bunting, and Maureen Webber is a phone call away from them. When this issue arises, I sent a message to Mark Golden through his office to say, why don't you have a discussion with Antigua, which, by the way, Gaston Brown is our comrade. That because they call themselves Labour, the Labour parties in the Caribbean are our sister parties. In fact, the Jamaica Labour Party is not a Labour party, It uses the word Labour, but it is not really a Labour Party. If you look at the Labour Party throughout the region, they have historically been aligned to the PNP. This happens to a lot of people when they come back from the UK. The first time they have voted, they vote for the Labour Party in Jamaica, thinking that Labour is the same as it was in the UK. And so this situation, I'm saying we need to sit down with our friends in the region and ask them, they're not going to disclose everything, but ask them on a confidential level, what is the arrangement you have in place? Because it is the same financial arrangement, it is the same timeline, and in fact, some countries have said, give us only...
It's not too late for Edward for them to have dialogue with the sister party saying, is it too late? Or after the
No, it is not too, and that is the point I'm saying, it's not too late, because we are now in the middle of this, meaning I am not certain if the 25 persons arrived in Jamaica as yet, because we need to be real. I was told by a journalist that when the news coverage on it was saying that property was earmarked, but I'm not certain if the people are there as yet. Now, what do you do when you are uncertain? Before we get to the position of certainty, you start to ask the question. So next week at Parliament, these are the questions. You could go with concrete questions because your friends would have shared with you that this is what they have arranged, right? Jamaica is the only country who has said, they don't have no problem receiving you from anywhere. Antigua said only CARICOM nationals. In fact, Gaston Brown got real mad this week and came because he was heading to the election. So he was playing the game well. He met with them, had the discussion with them, and said, okay, all right, we'll accept them. Then when he won the election, by the way, remember, Gaston Brown election was just about a month or two ago, Yeah? When he won the election, what did he come back and say? Not here, we're not taking none, not even CARICOM nationals, unless it is skilled. What the US do, is trick a lot of these people, telling them that they're sending skilled workers to them, Because the first discussion we heard in Antigua was that they were getting skilled workers. When Gaston Brown read the fine print, he realized they're not skilled workers, are criminals, as Marco Rubio says, they're the despickables. And so I raised this question in saying, if these are the despickables, why are we accepting these despickables and starting out with St. Mary that has a problem with pedophilia, with big men who like to go with boys and underage girls?
Yeah.
It is the highest rate in Jamaica, St. Mary and Portland.
So Edward, based on what you're saying, we are not sure if this person is in the island. We are on speculation, right? The most of the people.
Heard that they're here, but we don't see them. We heard it.
So Edward, what kind of country are we living in? And what kind of governance we see in this country that the mass of the people have to continue to speculate, and then now maybe a JLP propaganda station maybe comes out and give you a little narrative and we take it and run with it. So come on, what the position of we the average citizens stand in Jamaica pertaining towards critical information? These people that we hear going to this disgust. I don't know how to deal with them now. These set of disgusting people that Trumps and Marco Rubio going to send to Andrew Holness and Horace Strong. Tell me now, as a concerned citizen of Jamaica, remember the Prime Minister and his campaign trail say that choose Jamaica. So this is the way we're going to choose Jamaica?
Well, brother, I'll put it this way. The Jamaica Labour Party doesn't care about your concern and my concern and our concern.
I know that, but we want to make sure people understand.
So that is the first stance. The second position is that the Jamaica Labour Party doesn't care about Jamaica. So when they campaign and choose in Jamaica, we ask the question, which Jamaica are you referring to? Are you referring to the Jamaica that you, because there are two Jamaicas, you know. There's one for the Jamaica Labour Party and one for the rest of Jamaica. We who live in the rest of Jamaica have no darn God right in telling them that they're wrong. That's what they're professing, you know.
All right.
And it is very disrespectful. Let me yield to Brother Bless. Jesus bless us.
Yeah.
All right.
What may I say? Hold on. First, now comment the item. You and Sir Bless, because you people get the name right, because it is Jesus and you are right. Because remember, JAS is just and yours is Jesus. All right. Anyway, this government did say they choose Jamaica, but the people, I tell you, he wasn't lying, you know. Listen, he wasn't lying, because he didn't say choose Jamaicans, you know. Jamaicans will be the people. So he said Jamaica, which is the land. So he didn't choose the people, and he chose the land. It's the land he want. So he was right. He said choose Jamaica, not the people, Jamaicans. Jamaicans are the people individually. So he's not really wrong. He said it true. So that's it.
Okay, Jeff. Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan? Are you still there, Mr. Jordan?
And maybe him doze off. Yeah, man, but obviously, man, this government is not for us, man. This Jamaica government is not for the people, you know. That's the land them want. Their pirates are scrape and a full of them kitty, you know, and to run over them still a full it up. Greedy. There's some, look at Andrew Wheatley. Andrew Wheatley thief so much millions and millions of petrol job, build up a gas station, and still Andrew put him back in the parliament. You know, see that, because remember in the out on time, you know, investigation, and the man come back again and get big position. See, this is my private man and plan.
But Jesus and panel, if you read the Integrity Commission report, which I had the privilege of reading from front to back, I don't mind the length of a document, because I read it. But I looked specifically at the financial section that entails the list of properties he acquired and his assets. If you look, most of the assets under question, you know, were acquired while he was Minister of Energy.
Yes. Yeah. There's a rubber company, man.
Right, but not only that, after leaving the cabinet, he continued to acquire these assets. So, in fact, if he had stayed in the cabinet, maybe he couldn't fully acquire some of them, because he would have been under more investigation. So, when you put him out, in the pasture, as some people felt, it was not because you put him out a pasture in a dry land, you know. You put him out in a pasture in a green grass.
Yeah.
So he was busy eating up and acquiring the assets. By the way, this is only a fraction of the assets that he has.
Yeah.
Because I tell people, if you remember, there was a company, and we always must commend Comrade Michael Manley for what he did when he had rural electrification, right? REP at that time was supposed to help people in rural areas connect to electricity. When the JLP came in, they implemented what was then called NESAL, which was the new program under rural electrification.
Linval, please mute comment, please. Linval, mute comment. Linval.
Go ahead, Linval.
Linval.
I'm hearing you.
All right. Go ahead, Linval. What's on your mind? Linval, what's on your mind? Yeah, no, yeah. All right. I think I put this question to Jesus already. I put it to Ed Boy. Ed Boy.
Yes, brother, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Suppose you were in the journalist field, like reviews, and you went to the Prime Minister on an interview based on the allegation that jaw against Mr. Wheatley. We all know the narrative is out there in the mass domain that we have no confidence in the Prime Minister and all of his embattled ministers. You think if you sit in the chair of Cliff Hughes to have the Prime Minister to hear what stand he take and his embattled minister, would you ask him if he have confidence in the minister? What the answer you expect that the Prime Minister to give you?
Absolutely would have responded in the affirmative to say yes. And I'll tell you why. Because the question was framed wrong in the first instance.
Okay, because the question should never ask.
It should have never, but you have to understand this, Andrew Holness, and I said it jokingly the other day, that Andrew Holness should change his name from Andrew Holness to Andrisha. And I'll tell you why.
What that mean? What that mean, boy?
Andrew or Andrisha in this instance reminds me of a little girl who in primary school decides because she did get beat up from a friend, another girl beat her up, she not take no last lick. So that interview was a last lick because you can't give him another one, because what he did as he left the interview, he hurriedly went to Guyana telling us that he was attending an oil and gas summit. Let me reveal this to the public. There is no damn oil and gas summit happening in Guyana. In fact, I am very close to the Guyanese government of Comrade Inframali, who is my brother in Islam. Yes? When I reached out to his office to find out, is there an oil and gas summit and why you never invite my government here? The comrades told me in no uncertain, and by the way, the government in Guyana is a comrade government. They told me in no uncertain terms. Which oil and gas summit are referring to? But I said, but Andrew Holness is coming. He says, yes, but he said we were not even aware until he made public announcement of it on radio. You hear what I said? So Andrew made up that arrangement because he did not want to go back to Parliament on Tuesday to face the opposition.
Wow.
Yes, I'm play last because yes, and run.
And run last week, so that's why I changed his name to Andrisha, because it's only when I was going to primary school that I remember when you slap somebody and run.
10 out of 10. I'm going to put another question to you again, Edward, pertaining towards Mr. Buchanan and Mr. Holness. Based on the seat that into the court.
The court, yes.
Right, and based on what I hear Mr. Wildman has said about Mr. Holness feedback is back in 97 between against Mr. Warren Blake.
Right.
And he show you all the illegality that under your hold and get the seat. And he say it's the same process stand. And he see where Mr. Paul Buchanan has a very, 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 and emphasize on it, a very good chance to make the decision of the seat, whether it want to non-avoid. Oh, you look, I don't understand nothing about the legal process. Could you explain it to me, Edward, please?
Well, let me tell you, as a student of politics, we all should go back and look at the 97 election results in Andrew Holness' seat. By the way, Andrew Holness got the seat by default. Yeah? Because what happened with Andrew is that when he ran the seat, the election court ruled that there ought to have been a new there ought to have a runover, but not for the entire constituency.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
For a specific section of the constituency that was being contested by Andrew Holness. When Andrew Holness contested that area again under the by-election, right? Because they had to have a specific by-election, not for the entire seat, but for a particular set of PDs. If you go back and look, it is the same PDs that they steal the election from Paul Buchanan.
Oh.
Same area.
But you break it down to me now upon a level that I can understand. So based on the election become non-avoid, that seat becomes non-avoid. They go to PD 61, PD 22, that are the problem.
Those are the same PDs, you're correct. So those are the same.
The PD that have the problem. Those are the two PDs that
yes, you're referring to the PDs that are around between Seaward Drive. Yes?
That is the whole constituency.
Not the whole constituency, so the election was actually allowed to run in those specific PDs because the election court felt that what Andrew Holness had brought to their attention, right, was sufficient to warrant a specific runoff back in those specific PD. But I'll go further in saying with Mr. Buchanan's case, and you know, Paul is one man against the world right now. I'm going to be honest with you. And the PNP might not like me for saying that, but I'm one person who don't give a rat's ass about anybody.
No, Edward, I know you're very diplomatic. No, please keep it diplomatic for me, please.
Well, I'm one person who don't give a cahoots about what people will think, or no, because nobody from the PNP can tell me what to say. Yeah? The reality of it is, when you looked in that area, we have projections for seats. And when I was in Jamaica in the election, I confidently said to somebody, having had some inside information on Mr. Buchanan's campaigning team, that the division that is now represented by Patrick Roberts, yes, that there's over 13,000 voters in that division, yes, and if we were comfortable to bring out about 4,000 to 7,000, we couldn't bring out 7,000, but if we had brought out about 4,000 to 5,000, then Andrew Holness would have been out of government. Now, what did they do? The first thing that occurred, he went on to the area we know, many people know it as, what they call up this up, between Penwood High School, yeah? And Samarkand. Some people know around as Samarkand, right? One way, where one-way prep is, yeah? And what did he do? He brought the election to a halt for about 2 hours there. People could not vote.
Yeah.
He brought the and people have to understand that this is a ghetto area. Now, a lot of people know me as being somebody from St. Mary, but they don't know I grew up in Painland. Yeah? So I know that area very well. That area, because of the presence of the military and the police, a lot of young youths who wanted to vote at that point did not go out to vote. because they were fearful of being nabbed by the police. And in fact, on election day, you could be a wanted man. It's the only time police can pick you up is when you're in the voting line. They have to wait until you're done vote.
How many people don't want to take that risk?
That person named Jamaica for Progress. Youths are struggling too much under the PNP. I wonder what they're doing now. If they were struggling under the PNP, what are they doing now? That's what we want to know. Your bogus report that you brought from
man.
The bogus report where they bring from Statin where the poverty is at 8.3% as of 2023, that is, because that is the latest data, 2023. I want to know if Statin gone in the field and ask the question, where is poverty today? Where poverty is today?
Jordan, do you understand? Jordan, Statin has, in fact, if I was advising the labor rights, I would give them a free advice, which is to tell them to disband the leadership of Statin, Wayne Henry and his team, or
and the PIOJ.
And PIOJ. They are in fact, dishonest, because there's two metrics you use to determine poverty. There is the working poor and there's the extreme poor. Yeah? In Jamaica, what you have is the extreme poor and the working poor. Yeah? So this notion, poverty in fact has increased.
Of course.
And they're hiding the numbers. Because if they tell you it's 8, double it up. If they tell you it's 10, double it up. Anything PIOJ and Statin tell you, you double up the number. And I lead back to Jordan.
Because they are part of the corruption. They are part of it.
Yeah, but you know, it is dishonest to see an institute that is supposed to give you statistical data. Remember, you know, when you present data, I've done censuses before. When you present a data, right? You don't, when you go out in the field, you're not going out there being a JLP, you're not going out there being a PNP, you're not going out there being an NDM. You're only going out to ask questions and making a case in terms of the numbers you would have received or how you disaggregate that number. Let's use something and I'll show you how they lie to us statistically. They keep on saying crime every month. They report a reduction in crime. It is not totally true. Because if you are going to have a true representation...
By the way, still, you know, they change the methodology or they calculate poverty. That's one of the things.
Absolutely.
So they change the methodology. Go ahead now.
Brain never use.
Absolutely. And so the numbers, you know, my friends, the numbers, use the crime is the same approach you're using. You cannot on a monthly basis publish. So you look at last month. So let's say we're now in June. So they would have looked at May last year and compared to May this year. That is not correct. You have to compare, in statistics, you compare over a 3-month, 12-month or a 9-month period or 6-month period. So what they're doing, and in fact it ought to have been a 12-month period. So what they're doing now, typically nobody in Jamaica would have published, no governments have done it before, where you would have looked at May last year comparing to this May. So they're trying to change, to play with the numbers, and this is exactly what they're doing. This is a statistics government, a government that is statistics, but I'll say it another way. This is a static government.
False statistics, government, because you can't tell we so the Jamaican people are progressing when our per capita income is one of the lowest in the Caribbean. We're just ahead of Haiti in our per capita income. And this is since 2016, we're just at 7,000 something. We're one of the lowest per capita income in the Caribbean. So how can you speak about progress when the development of your people is still not one of the highest in the Caribbean? Right? As a matter of fact, remember, last year we got the report that Jamaicans are one of the lowest paid people in the Caribbean region. So how you people for progress when they are one of the lowest paid people in the Caribbean? We are failing. We're one of the lowest in literacy in the Caribbean. We have the lowest ranking literacy levels in the Caribbean, right? We're just ahead of Haiti. Everything, every statistic measures when you look at the Caribbean region, we're just ahead of Haiti. That's where we
who's
are.
Haiti? Who's Haiti? Haiti is the worst to them, no? Haiti is the worst to them, don't it?
And Haiti is the bottom line in the Caribbean.
All right.
Haiti is the bottom line, and Haiti is in a civil war. So you can excuse Haiti.
Yeah.
But Jordan, let me say this quickly, and I'll heal back. The Asian gourd, which is the Asian currency, do you know it's ranked higher than the Jamaican dollar?
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, it is. Right now, go on your phone, Google, and type JMD versus Asian gourd. If Jamaica had the same crisis that Haiti had, in fact, we don't have the same crisis, we don't have the same issue, but we would have economically, we're underperforming compared to Haiti. In fact, the Guyanese dollar that everybody like to laugh at, give Guyana 5 to 10 years, and it will be ranked as the highest currency outside of the Eastern Caribbean dollars. Yeah?
Yes, because the oil dollar is pumping in Guyana right now as we speak. But when we look at economically, over the last 10 years of the Andrew administration, we have not grown 2% economic growth on average over the last 10 years. So you can't talk about progress when GDP growth, we're low. When other Caribbean countries have been seeing 3, 4, 5% GDP. Jamaica has not seen that level of growth over the last 10 years. And don't forget, 5 in 4. Where is 5 in 4?
He died on arrival at Portland and in NCB.
And where is the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation? Where was that promise that ministry would fast track everything? Because we hear NARA was supposed to be the Economic Growth and Job Creation Ministry. That's what NARA 1.0. And now we're gone to NARA 2.0 now, which we have demanded the police commissioner, former police commissioner.
Mr. Tony.
Right? So I can't understand what the labor rights see as progress. The only thing they can sing to is that Jamaica is one of the lowest debt to GDP score. And when we look at the region, we look at the debt to GDP ratio of all the Caribbean countries. While Jamaica is one of the lowest in the Caribbean when it comes to debt to GDP, all the other countries that have higher debt to GDP, they are going by 3, 4, 5, and 6% with debt to GDP above 100%. So we have nothing to boast of, right? Starting change the methodology how they calculate poverty, because I am sure, and as a matter of fact, they said that there's a third of Jamaica that is on the brink of becoming poor. That they said that, even though they said 8.8% poverty, they said that there's a third of Jamaica.
Yes, I'm coming to you, please. All right, let's ask you guys. You know, I have 1 more to spend with me, you 3 guys.
Of course, Sir Bless. I'm giving you the entire day.
Mr. Jordan, I'm coming right here. Don't eat the floor. There. I'm coming right back to you right away. Mr. Jordan, have you into the health? Service. Have you into the health service? Are you part of the health service?
Yes, I am a member of the health services.
Okay. All right. We from this man, Market Me, the Minister of Debt.
The Minister of Marketing.
From 2016, the average citizen of Jamaica, we have a serious concern about health in Jamaica. And we see where recently the health minister comes up on public radio and public TV, and he said, despite of what the criticism of the opposition, the health ministry is making significant improvements. I want to know what, when you say significant, what do you mean of significant, Mr. Jordan?
I don't know what the minister is saying, because up to me not like talk certain things, but sometimes you have to really talk certain things so people understand. They up to May last month, we didn't even have garbage bags. We have to recycle garbage bags. The rubbish people them take long to come pick up the rubbish because the government owe them bills and can't pay the people them, right? The gowns have to be recycling, and you know that's not good. That's not good on a public health directive. That's what me I say. And I don't know what the minister is saying about the health sector is not in is in a crisis. We're not going into a crisis now, we're in a crisis. And what we saw at UA, where there is just the brink of the crisis, because if everybody can come out and cry out, minister would I tell us say him not know about these things going on, and then me hear him say more create a department of complaints where they're going to send in mystery patients.
Yeah.
The health ministry don't need mystery patients. As a matter of fact, I am not going to say to you that some of our healthcare workers can be better. We can do better. Some of us can do better, right?
But that don't cover mystery patients.
But the truth of the matter is the infrastructure in health is very poor. Very, very poor. If you go to the records department at KPH, it's in a disastrous state. They need to be modernized. You know, from when they get the loan from the World Bank, to put all of them records there in the cloud. You know, from when they get that loan, they got that loan from World Bank to do that, all of that.
Why would they have to get loan from World Bank to do that?
No. Please. I'm coming to you. I have a question, you know. No, me come to you.
Question.
So you want you land first and then him answer a question and then go right there.
You know, from when them get, why if you go down there right now and you'll try to search for all some John Brown docket, God help your soul, because it's a mess. It's a mess. And just this week we hear so the AC them not working again. Me pass down there and see them the technician them are work on the AC down there. They said that there's a new system. Them are bringing a new AC unit at KPH, and it's just crisis after crisis. And remember, you know, all know the Cornwall Regional Hospital where them have now, it's still a recover from Melissa, because the wards that were taken away, as in devastated during Melissa, them not rebuild them yet, you know, them not refurbish nothing yet down there, you know. So the nurses are still operating in a crisis environment where dead body they're close to them on the floor and all of them things. So the system is in a disastrous state. That me can tell a man, you know, right now health not in a good state. So me land on that point, Sir Bless.
Okay, so the minister is all out of the park. The minister
pay talk, man, and no action. Pay talk and no action.
All right. Jesus.
Yeah.
You're going to ask Mr. Jordan a question. So just ask me a question and go back to the question what I want to
All right. Well, the question I was asking, I said, why would they have to get money from the World Bank to do that? Why Jamaica government collecting so many tax? They can't fix a small problem like that in their own country. You see that? You have to get World Bank money just to fix your own hospital records, simple thing as records, put straight and in line and in alphabetical order. Imagine that. And so many money has been collected from taxes in Jamaica. Say how incompetent they are.
I don't want you to elaborate too long at that point. I'm coming right to you, please. You want Mr. Jordan answer?
No, man. I don't need influence on that. I'm putting it to the government. I'm putting it to the government of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica are putting it to man.
let I come straight to you now with your question. All right. Did you have a protest sometime last week?
Yeah.
Or what's the main reason of you to have that protest, and what significant effect it's make?
All right. Well, we have a human right. We have a group called Human Rights Defenders. All right. So we have a human rights ambassador.
How big that group is?
It's about 25 of us. About 25 of us now. About 25 of us. So
and you feel like the 25 and you guys are make a base that whatsoever significant reason. Can you say you want to charge the GG for what? Jesus?
Not wanted. We delivered that charge because the ambassador has drafted it up and do the necessary paperwork. I went to deliver it up there in the mail office, in the mailbox. But we were approached by about 100 police. Police were there waiting for us, gang up and whole heap of, badness. That's straight badness never come to us. Because when I drive my car, I'm parked. About a dozen police was at the back of my car, the front, the side, everywhere. Beer rifle, beer things. And
all right. So hear me say now. For this nature of concern that you have, to go to someone that I official. Remember, you're a very high official of the state. What kind of protection? What kind of protection are the Constitution allow you to do so without no form of harassment by the state?
Well, all right. In Article 23, it said no foreign entity should rule another indigenous people from a foreign land. So in 2022, the 8th of August, King Charles has signed back himself, along with the Governor General and the Prime Minister, signed back himself as King of the Jamaican people, which we didn't give our consent. We as the Jamaica people didn't give our consent. So we went to deliver that as of course as well.
What you mean? Remember, the Governor General is very recognized in Jamaica.
Yes,
right?
but
so what are you saying now that the people of Jamaica did not give him that
consent?
Right.
Yeah, we are the people of Jamaica did not give that consent to King Charles to be head of us.
Now, I'm going to make it boy put in the band
elaborate on it. You can elaborate on it more.
And let me give me some kind of
he made a law more than him we.
Head boy, are you still there? I don't understand the part of the
It is alienated to have a nation, another country ruling over a sovereign nation. Because we are sovereign people. So and he's now a different nation from us. So it is illegal to have him ruling over us as human rights.
Jordan, Mr. Jordan,
What he said?
have you understand what Jesus saying?
What him say? Go again, Jesus.
All right, what I'm saying, all right. Now put it down to the comments. King Charles signed himself head of us in 2022, 8th of September, which we as Jamaica people did not give him that consent. But he said him take that power over us. So we are saying it is illegal.
Okay. But remember, say our constitution that we have now is granted to us through the monarchy in Britain. So that's how he crowned it himself. The constitution is vested in the monarchy in Britain.
Yeah, no, but it was a queen. It was a queen first. The constitution was right off, The queen. And it was a woman, but he's now a man.
Yeah, so but the constitution is read in His Majesty's name.
That's what I'm saying.
So whenever, remember, the Jamaican lawyer sovereignty is not to itself; it's to the monarchy in.
Yeah, we know that.
So whichever, and it also read to the descendants of the monarchy. So King Charles now is a descendant of this present of the monarchy that we had before.
And did you know that the governor general is collecting $34 million every year?
Yes, $35 million. That's
Right.
right.
For doing what for us as Jamaica people? Nothing for us as the people.
Not all more than being where Donald Trump did say Biden was a auto pen man, and that's what the
Governor general.
But
Is.
what I'm saying to Mr. Jordan and Mr. Jesus, if there was something like that what you're saying, Mr. Jesus, I think the mass of the people would have rebel about that long time, and I feel like something that be done to the Governor General for him to desist himself from office. So maybe you do not have the legality to go on to stand that they are a part of the Constitution, so also back the GG. Do I right on that?
Sir Bless.
Yeah, man, you can be right.
Yes, Ed boy.
If I could interject here.
Yeah, man, because you want to deal with this one. Yeah.
The argument that the Governor General is on some basis unconstitutional is not necessarily constitutional itself. I'll tell you why. As explained by Jordan, which I'm not going to go over the points, understand that when Bustamante, an uneducated man, went to London to sign over Jamaica as now being a sovereign state in 1962, what he did not know was that in terms of our own sovereignty, you cannot be considered a fully sovereign state with still having a Governor General who is the representative of his or her majesty in Jamaica. So in fact, I'll go further. Currently now, the Governor General is supposed to reside at King's House, correct?
Yeah.
Where does he reside now?
I don't know where.
I could tell you. That is why I asked the question. The Governor General took taxpayers' funds and built for himself a luxurious mansion in a place in Oracabessa called Gibraltar. Now, do you know that residence is about 5 or 6 houses from Robert Montague? Yes?
Okay.
In fact, the residence that he bought was bought and paid for by taxpayers of Jamaica. Yes? He refurbished it, and in law, it is illegal because the Governor General ought not to, because there is provision in law for him to reside at King's House. Yes? He ought not to take taxpayers' money and build a new residence.
Yeah.
No, anywhere he lives, the taxpayers, for example, the Governor General doesn't pay for gas. He doesn't pay for food. If he travels tomorrow morning and spends $100,000 US, it is the responsibility of the government of Jamaica to pay it, you know. So this guy, by the way, and I'll tell you something about the Governor General that a lot of people didn't know. The Governor General's wife is from a community in St. Mary called Islington. Yes? Now, the Governor General is a criminal. I will say it with no water in my mouth. Is a criminal and was appointed Governor General to not be prosecuted. You hear the word I say?
Yeah.
Let me tell you where I get the facts from. You remember there was a man that was called a financial thing called Olint with right with David. Now, what happened in Olint? The Governor General was the head of the Conference of Seventh-day Adventists in Jamaica. He took up the funds belonging to the conference and invested it in Olint. When the conference was moving now to bring a legal case against him, they told us that Kenneth Hall was sick, and that is why he resigned as Governor General, which was a lie. Because to this day, up to the other day, I'm not certain if he has died yet, but up to the other day, he was still functioning at the UE. Still going, right? So it was not true. What they did, he called Bruce Golding, by the way, who was very close to Zayla McCalla, who was the Chief Justice then,
Yes.
from
Remember
St. Mary
him?
too,
Yeah, man.
yeah, and they cooked up a case as Adventists to help the GG, to appoint him GG, because as long as he's GG, he
They can't charge
cannot
him.
be prosecuted.
Yeah. He's
And I
immune.
heal on that.
He's immune to persecution.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Remember also that the Governor General took an unprecedented move when he made a submission to Parliament against the Integrity Commission. You know, you forgot that too, you know. This Governor General is a corrupt Governor General, you know. Because the Governor General is interfering in things that he ought not to be doing.
So become part and part.
He's a partisan Governor General.
He's a part of the part.
Partisan, I think the word should be the Governor General. It's a Labourite, and I'll say it with no water in my in fact.
I never want to be that plain. I never want to be that plain. Wow.
He made a submission to Parliament against the Integrity Commission, you know.
Yeah.
And anybody where you see want to bring down the Integrity Commission, Labourite run cutting of them blood, man.
Yeah, man.
Anybody
Yeah,
where you
man.
see want to bring the commission to its knee, a Labourite them.
But do you know why he made that submission?
I don't know what was his intent.
You remember Bobby Montague went to Parliament and told the Parliament he was privy to information that that there were raiders going to come to his house in St. Mary?
Oh yes. Yes.
It was not his house. They were coming to the Governor General's house.
Wow.
Yes,
Understand this. Even though the Governor General is immune from prosecution, he's not immune from investigation. So, that property that he purchased, the Integrity Commission got information about it.
So that means that's so simple mean just as a wasting of time then just for you to serve a GG summons.
Yeah, yeah.
The GG no care, neither him don't care.
In fact, I could tell you how wicked the man is. He was laughing. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of Labourite friends, you know, because my father was a damn big Labourite, yeah? and when we spoke to a friend the other day and I asked him about the protest you guys had, Jesus, he told me, he said the Governor General was laughing because the Governor General is safe. These people, who is advising them? Because he knows that as long as he sits there, there is no case you can bring against it. You remember, let me go back to show you how wicked the Governor General is and show you how corrupt this guy is. You remember there was a case of the Aki picking?
Yes, yes.
Who was the judge? Who was the judge on the case?
Amakala?
No, Judith Pusey.
Judith Pusey, okay.
Where is Judith Pusey from?
St. Mary.
Islington. Who is she related to? The Governor General's wife.
Yo, so I say we go cook then if we like Jamaica. If we like Jamaica, we go cook.
Edward Circuit today, I know a long time in a year about her.
No, but I'll help you with it. I'll help you. She was promoted because of Zayla. No, let me help you now. Zayla McCall's husband, right? Mr. McCalla, and anybody who in the chat from St. Mary, particularly Highgate, could tell you. When you go to her husband for doing land transactions, yeah? Him take, especially in escrow arrangements, he takes the longest time to hand over your money to the clients. That's one. Two, when they promoted her, the Chief Justice should have indicated that there's a conflict of interest because Judith Pusey was raised by her mother. Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
No, not only that Judith Pusey was raised by Zayla McCall's mother, but Judith Pusey is the blood cousin of the Governor General's wife. So when the Aki case came up, what did you think they did? They specifically asked her to try the case. because it was not a case that warranted her at that level to be doing the case.
No.
And they told her with strict instructions, make sure you make an example out of this man. Yeah?
But the Governor General could have proclaimed a pardon for that person.
He could have, but he didn't. And I tell you why he didn't. And you heard her argument, and I tell you sometime, we have to be very careful about our legal system in Jamaica. And I said sometimes tell us that the legal system is intact. But I'll tell you this, where I disagree with lawyers, doctors, and bankers, they hold one head. They will never let down each other, no matter which side of the fence they sit on.
It's a large system.
That's how they're trained. That's how they're trained. So, what did they do? When the case came up, she gave a grand argument. She says, well, I have property in St. Mary, and it's the same thing they do. I can't get me coconut, I can't get me ackee, I can't get me breadfruit. And I go further and say, Judy Pusey, you lied because you have no property remaining in St. Mary. You sold your property. No, these people, no, honestly, I'm telling you the problem we have in Jamaica. We need to understand that the lodge, and I'm glad you raised the issue, the lodge is what is running Jamaica. And that is why I always speak this way. You realize how Warmington came out in defense of Wheatley? You know why?
The same bucket the whole
Wheatley
of them from.
And Andrew Holness were recruited to the lodge by Everald Warmington and Billy Shaguri from Clarendon. Billy, when you want to join the lodge, you go to either Billy Shaguri in Clarendon or you go to Everald Warmington in St. Catherine. Right? Now, there's a new gang in Parliament, It is called the St. Catherine Boys. Yeah? That gang is headed by Andrew Holness and Andrew Wheatley.
And
so how me could speak bad against my second in command? By the way, Wheatley didn't, and I want the public to know, Wheatley didn't steal all that money for himself,
Yeah, we know.
In
man.
fact, the gas station that all you talking about belongs to Wheatley. You need to go double check and see who it really belongs to. It is not totally Wheatley's gas station,
Is that gas station yard man? Gas station yard man?
I won't say I am a Jamaican, so they call me yard man. Yeah? so I could tell you that gas station is not totally Wheatley's alone. In fact, you remember there was a grand thing happening at Petrojam because people just only talk about
I was going to know.
People only talk about the
Petrojam money flush in it too.
People only talk about it. No. Remember, there was a report that said 1 million barrel went missing. Yeah?
Yes.
Let me help people. At the time when the 1 billion barrel went missing, what was the price of per barrel for gas? It was sitting at $65, almost $70. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know that if you calculate 1 million times 65 and you get how much money they made for themselves, what they did, they sent that gas to 2 sellers in Jamaica. And I will say to you, I like to cool, but I'm in the oasis. Yeah?
Man. You don't have to say nothing else.
Right? So the reality of it is that these guys made 65 to 70 million US amongst themselves. Now, when Andrew got wind of it, he said, and I am verbatim quoting what somebody told me, he told Wheatley in no uncertain terms that you alone can't make so much money. So resign and we need to have a discussion. You realize you have one gas station now named, I like Clark, but I'm not talking about
rubbish.
The booth.
Rubbish.
Yeah?
You're not talking about rubbish.
Right?
I'm not going to say it long time.
I hear say somebody died, somebody was unalive at my property last night. Is that true?
I am hearing from very good sources that is absolutely true, but you will never hear of it because if I am the PM or I am the Minister of Defense.
The
I am
Commissioner of
immune to
Police.
investigations at my house.
The Commissioner of the Police is
Or the Commissioner of the Police.
my dear family relative.
You remember this one, you know? I want to remind you, and this is where it gets nasty, you know. Who is the Commissioner of Police?
The nastiest man.
Isn't he related to Owen Ellington?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let me help you and go further.
Yes,
Let me help you and go further. They promoted an inspector from St. Thomas named Inspector Shand. You remember that name?
No, I don't.
Okay, so she was SSP Shand at the time. She was in charge of St. Thomas. And then all of a sudden, them take her up and made her SSP and DSP. DSP, SSP, right? They made her a SSP. Do you know that Miss Shand is the baby mother of Owen Ellington? Do you also know that Owen Ellington promoted his own baby mother, which is illegal in the force? In the JDF, you cannot, and it is the same clauses, you cannot promote, so you can marry to a superior if you're a man, but you cannot be with a rank lesser than you if you're a woman, or a man, vice versa. Yeah? So this in itself was illegal. We need to understand that Andrew Holness and Montague and Horace Chang has captured the police force in Jamaica. And what they did, they brought in criminals. I'll say it with no water in my mouth. That what they have done, the JNF, the Jamaica Special Corps, Service Corps, in order to promote Rocky Mead, they wanted him to be a full-fledged colonel. Yeah? And what they did was that they created a special branch which would have, because you have the air, which is the air wing, the regulars, and you have the reserved. At that time, there was only three parts of the army. When they created and of course the Coast Guard, they needed one more arm to become a full-fledged colonel. They asked member of parliament, and now this should come up to people. When they had 49 MPs, they asked MPs to recommend to the JDF people they want to join that corps. MPs. You ever hear MP recommend nobody to join army?
No.
You know what they did? A lot of them know because the monies had run out, because they were doing it through the leftover funds from a EU program called, at the time the EU program was in a lot of inner city communities giving people scholarships to go to study. So they used the remaining funds to finance it. Then when they realized they run out of the money and they couldn't pay them, they tell a lot of them, well, we now know if you know. Go at the Department of Correction Services, go to the police, go to the fire, go wherever and apply. When Colonel Charles Jr., who, by the way, I will tell a lot of people, I don't like Colonel Charles Sr. I don't normally say I don't like, but I don't like Colonel Charles Sr. because of our running that we had. But his son, at the time when he came in politics, was not a corrupt guy. You hear what I say? At the time, yeah? He got wind of it and implemented the first lie detector program at the DCS. You know how much of the persons the army sent down there at the time to apply got through? Not one. They quickly removed Colonel Charles from national security because Colonel Charles was now stepping on the program. Montague, whilst before he had demitted, then made a case for persons to come in. So right now, if you live in St. Mary, if you live in Portland, if you live in St. Ann, and you live in Trelawney, the new police officers you are dealing with are political activists. Activists.
Yeah.
They recruited over 1,000 activists in the police force. I've never seen this yet. And so that is why when Jesus and others went to go protest, if you look at some of those police officers and ask them, which station are you stationed? Most of them were not stationed in Kingston, you know. These are their police that they call out. So the man has built for himself
Yeah, we
an
hear, man.
underbelly in the police force.
Yeah.
And by the way, this ought not to stand because you cannot have political activists. I remember
Yes,
I told
yes. In a
Isaac
law, in a
Buchanan
law.
and them when they were campaigning, if you don't think you can trust the police in Portland, when you're making a sad mistake. Right now, the police in St. Mary, Portland, and St. Ann are players in the gun for drug trade.
With no apology.
With none,
That's them
absolutely none. I yield to the panel.
That's why them so aggressive. Because the man them so aggressive. The man them so aggressive. Even time I drive my car, you know, and go park way far from King's House and walk come up back, you know. I hate more police at Jordan upon us and circle me in a middle, you know. And be a boy road me and be with be a badness, you know. As a one person where unarmed and not do, you know, violence and not, you know. The man them circle me, about 8 of them circle me after and a be a badness.
You're lucky you're still alive because who are you to go talk to my bro God? My one PM.
Remember say them create whole part special squad in the force, you know.
Yeah.
Them have upper territorial, them have some squad members they will go up there in a mask and balaclava, hide them face and present themselves like them a whole criminal too.
Then them say man what criminal because them not move lawful. Because
Yes,
you come from lawful Jamaican citizens.
At this son of Punko say if we not do, if we not go, they go protest. If we
Yeah, you get them secret. Them plan. Them are about, as I say, we're not really afraid of them, because we're not afraid of police, because we're Rastafari. Rastafari always afraid of police.
And I always say to myself, say, 13,000 or 16,000 police can stand against the mass of the people.
Yeah.
When the people is ready, we are ready.
The people need to stand up, man. The people need to stand up.
Yeah, man. Let me say, the corruption thing too rampant in the country.
Yeah.
And right now we hear Labour right ball out some of them. Some of them have ball out, have resentment. Them have resentment. But we told them what would happen.
Yeah.
We did tell them, we did warn them, say listen.
And yes, we still find ourselves at
and yet we still find ourselves in the same trap where we should have come out.
Because I'm priority. This is
a prime minister that has become emboldened, right? Because of the third term we him get. He no longer believes that nobody can stop his agenda.
Yeah.
He believes that him can come to parliament and cuss and call we bully. Remember saying don't call with dog already, you know. He don't call with dog already and now him call we bully.
Yeah, can call with dog against him.
Did that did the Prime Minister have the right to speak in the parliament like that, calling people bully?
Well, you see, when you get on name skin, you know, a same stay, you know, you see,
so it's a legal utterance in the parliament.
Well, let me tell you this. It's about the Prime Minister, yeah. The Prime Minister is very dark. You know, like how we love call we say people dark and illiterate and dumb. That's how the Prime Minister is. He's very thin skinned. Him easy to get upset. Right? Him can't if you say something to him not like you know say him not like it because he won't show it.
He can't hold composure.
He can't hold a composure. And if you anything with him not like, you see him bring it out in an advice. The advice all get stronger and him all get louder because him can't.
Like a girl.
All right. You're the next thing about the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister like to control. Him like to control people. Yeah. And since when him can't control you, him get that form of anger there. So him want to have the cult people them, you know, in a palm and hand. Them are them people where him can take anything to them and in a gospel. Because if my Prime Minister can look upon me, the people, and say to me, say, well, you know, so the panic we wanna have over the third country situation, it is ridiculous. How can the Prime Minister tell me, say, the panic when me have is ridiculous?
Yeah, how have sense.
Yeah, when you sign a secret deal with
and it come out.
And it come out. Him never want we know, you know.
No.
And me, I tell you this, he would never tell us if it never leave.
Really never come out.
He would never tell us that information.
This alone is evidence enough for the people to come out, come remove
And
this
then
man.
now, him Japan, him now, other Caribbean countries are do it. Who cares about who else are do it? We are talking about we. We. And
boy.
as a matter of fact, Sir Bless, before me come on your live, you know what happened? I saw in the news the 18 Haitians that came to Jamaica since week, they all have been deported today.
My
All
God.
of them send them back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we can deport Haitians, we can send back Cubans, but the big dog up at top, back, and we ask him how I will to jump.
Yes, I'm not despicable. Cuban are despicable. I take despicable.
So when me I was say to you now, Sir Bless and Jesus and my good friend Ed Boy, when a new president comes to power, come January 2028, and when they look and them say, watch out, Jamaica did appease the old boy, you know, we're going to punish Jamaica because of that. We're going to it.
Jordan, you know, in fact, you guys are waiting on the wrong time. Donald Trump will not be president after December this year. Mark my word.
Wow.
Let me say it, because a lot of people
I have a friend in America that said that he should be going off in January. That's what I hear from a friend, because they're saying that he medically he's not so sound.
But not only the medical issues. I want people to understand. Donald Trump confessed it to the entire public. He says, if they win the midterms, they're going to impeach me.
Yes, the Democrats are going to impeach him.
Do you know what is going to happen when he's impeached? Because a lot of people have never really understood what is going to happen. The moment he's impeached, right now, Donald Trump and Vance, JD Vance, and Rubio are at war, you know. Let me repeat it. They have the war in Iran, right, has weakened Donald Trump so bad that, in fact, the same people in the US, right now in the US, there are even Republicans who have said that they are prepared when the vote comes to impeach him. They are prepared. So Andrew Holness, as Jordan was saying, when a new administration comes in Washington, and we must always understand this with America. I am not anti-America. I don't hate Americans, but I don't like the governance issues of America and how they treat the world.
We don't like it.
Right? The fact is, when he's impeached, and if a new president comes, because in fact, once he's impeached, you know, his election they're going to, right? Because it's not if they're not going to allow, the Democrats are not going to allow JD Vance to run the country. They're going to go straight to election. Why you see Donald Trump is pushing this war with Iran, and actually fired, if you didn't know, early this morning on Iran, after signing a peace deal, he needs the war to continue to use war powers to stay in office.
Oh, wow.
Because without the war, when America is at war with a foreign state, the president is protected up to a year or more, as long as that war continues. Right? So this is what he's doing. I'll go further in saying that the people in Miami who have the hatred against Cuba understand, and we don't hate Jews, we don't hate anybody, we respect everybody's religion. But understand, these people in Miami, if you have ever been into Miami, these Cubans are the most racist, and I'll say it with no water in my mouth. They are the most racist set of people in Miami towards black people. Yeah? Because these were the creme de la creme in Cuba. Cuba has said to America, we understand we took your largest companies you had when we took over in 1956. Let's have a valuation done, and we will continue to pay you, not at one time, but over a period of time. We'll make payments to the family members that owned these companies. Every time they have that discussion with Washington, Washington rejects it. You know why Washington rejects this? Because they want the people in Miami want a basis upon which to continue this hatred against Cuba. Understand, they hate Cuba not because Cuba is doing anything necessarily wrong. They hate Cuba because Cuba stood up for black people in apartheid. It's the racists in America who are pushing this agenda, you know. Cuba was the first to recognize Palestine. Cuba was the first to lend its forces, over 30,000 of them, who led the war to liberate Angola, Namibia, and South Africa.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but
Yes.
remember,
And Zimbabwe
Cuba is a
as
feed
well.
Jamaica, you know. Remember, Cuba is a feed Jamaica, you know. That man the time, remember?
Yes, but you see this issue? No, I want people to know, Cuba, last week, Wednesday, when you went to your bed, Cuba was the old Cuba. When you woke up on Friday last week, Cuba became a new Cuba. You know what Cuba is doing? Which was in the plan all along. Cuba is now making private investors and in persons
Yes.
to
I
they're
saw the
freeing up Cuba in
finance
such a way
video.
to allow investments to come in. When they tell you about Gaesa and Gaesa owning all of these monies and having this, Gaesa is what we call the consolidated fund. Yeah? So it is a lie because the Gaesa can take, for example, if you have a hotel that wants to go into Cuba, the hotel pays funds to Gaesa, and Gaesa then hands it over to the central government and the local governments in Cuba to manage their own affairs. In fact, they tell you a lie that Cuba is a communist country. Cuba is not a communist country because in Cuba you're allowed to vote, and they don't tell you that. Every block. Remember when Michael Manley had what we call the brigade program? Yeah? Or the home guards and the black guards. So every...
I know about the home guard.
Brigadista, them call them.
well, they call them brigadista because they wanted to disrespect people.
They call them brigadista, say, Manley send Jamaicans to Cuba for go fight, for learn to fight war.
and that was not the case. When a lot of the guys went up to Cuba, they were learning. That is why Operation Pride was so successful, because it was most of the Cuban graduates who led Operation Pride. Yeah. So they lied. They have continuously lied to us. But understand, Andrew too has a hatred against Cuba, and I'll tell you why. When he came for the CARICOM summit, yeah, we had the privilege, and myself, I had the privilege of meeting with Andrew personally, on some other private aspects. And when I sat in front of Andrew Holness, for every minute he was trying, I was so happy that my voice, I had actually come down with the flu, so my voice was a little bit stronger. And he kept on looking at me, yeah, to see if he knew me. And I tell you, Andrew Holness said something at that meeting that shook me today. He said that he, without any reservation, will not be giving any financial support to Cuba. Remember, the same week, you know, Cuba came to Petrojam to buy oil. You know, imagine, you own an oil and gas company. Cupet was not sanctioned then. A country buy oil from you, they might pay you, they not beg you the oil, you know. Yeah? And they turned back the ship. What the drivers came and said, no, it's not true. They didn't come. We didn't turn back the ship. It was an LPG. No, people need to understand. Don't make drivers fool you. No Cuban is going to come to Jamaica to buy LPG. LPG is what you call gas where you use to cook with. Yeah? Nobody's going to come buy cooking gas. It was oil they came to purchase, and they turned them back on the same gas issue as I land. You know that? Did you know that was what was one of the main issue that made Wheatley had to leave? In this area behind near Petrojam, they call it Greenwich Farm. I don't know if many of you know Greenwich Town or Greenwich Farm. Yeah? Do you know that they were stealing the LPG from Petrojam and doing an illegal activity around Greenwich Farm? And that was how Yardman was formed. Yardman was formed as a criminal enterprise, and I say so with no water in my mouth, because the reports are there to show that they're the ones. They started first as an LPG company, you know, cooking gas, yeah. and then
Right,
branch off into a
I'll
gas
close out the
station.
program. Please mute the mic. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, Dado.
So as I heal, understand that this level of corruption, right, and hatred, the hatred they have against Cuba is because Andrew grew up in Siaga's house, and he didn't forget that
Good
Cuba
afternoon,
is who
Nicky.
helped us to help Michael Mann, and also who helped us to win back the 1989 election. How did they help us to win the election? The Cubans gave us the plan for the housing, it's model Operation Pride from a housing program in Cuba.
Yeah. Wow.
I yield.
All right, Ed Boyd, thank you very much for your time, and it's a pleasure to have you here with me today, sir. And anytime, I would appreciate it again to see you on my platform, sir. God bless you. Have yourself a productive one.
God bless you, brother.
Boyd.
And I want to tell you, keep up the good work. I've been listening to you silently. Yeah?
Thank you.
This is my TikTok is called Vence Ramos, which is the Cuban terminology for "we will overcome." Yeah. So I want to tell you, keep up the good work, Jordan, Jesus. Don't stop, because you have some grounds upon which you are in fact correct in some of those grounds that the GG, but I want you to push the issue that the GG needs to tell us if he was being investigated for illicit enrichment, and that is where I leave you.
Thank you very much, Edward. I never knew that I was so effective on the platform. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Edward. God bless you too.
Yeah, man. Have yourself a blessed one. And just so let I go to Jordan. Jordan?
Yes, sir, bless.
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, you see, I think we are doing a lot of teaching, and we have to reach out to a lot of people. I think we are regrowing the party. The party is stronger than it was before. We're 28 MPs strong now, and I think we're giving the JLP government a run for their money right now. And we have to keep on put out the fight, keep on putting out, having conversation, keep on making sure that we have the government hot to feet, because the corruption needs to stop now. We need to move on from this corruption and bring Jamaica to where its true potential needs to be. And I don't think we're going to ever have that under Andrew this government, right? So, Sir Bless, continue, bless up yourself and continue doing the hard work. And, I'm always around from time to time. Jesus, thank you so much for your work. I saw it on the news about the protests at the GG and how you guys were what would I say? When we get
Gavin!
Dado.
Yeah, come in over this come from.
Mute from Dado. I saw from there.
Yes, so I saw it on the news how you guys were flocked by the police. Well, them are not police, a militia gang getting soda.
Yeah, man, be a gang come, be a
and I just want to highlight everybody who can turn up for the protest on Monday in Crossroads. That is an important protest. Jamaicans need to go out there and make their voices be known, make the government know that. Huh? Tuesday. Okay, it's Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah. Everybody need to reach out who can reach out and who are passed through. Just ank them on when them see the people them out there and give them a support on Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jordan. You've always been radical on your subject, and it's always a privilege to have you on my platform, sir. You're most welcome. Have yourself a blessed one. God bless you, sir. Continue to do the good work same way. You make Jamaica proud. You're doing Jamaica proud, and you're making you feel proud. Thank you very much, sir, for your advocacy for Jamaica. Blessed love. Well, come to you now, Mr. Jesus. Let me hear I want your leadership and the protest that you have. I know, or you're going to go up, or if you're going to continue to go about it, or what's the if that you get? Yeah. What the feedback you get now?
All right. Well, we get a lot of feedback because I get a lot of calls from people all over the world. Call me and ask me how them can come join our thing because they see us and see what's going on. Because, all right, our human rights ambassador has got a program connected to the Kingdom of Debussy, which we have diplomatic IDs. So when the police had put that handcuff on about 4 of us, they couldn't charge us because our IDs are diplomatic credential we have. So that's why they couldn't charge us. So they just let us go without charge. But as I'm saying, this Jamaica government is still vicious against the people. So what I'm asking the people, this Tuesday, as I say, the 30th of June, I'm asking all people from 14 parish, if they can state some protest in a Funo parish, and they can't come to Crossroad. In a Funo parish, nobody just going to work that day. That's one of the main things I ask. It's for the 30th. Nobody goes to work. No one goes to work. No teacher, no student, no taxi man.
No public sector worker.
No public sector worker, nobody, because I had to one thing, I love them thing here. So I had to what I do. No workers must leave for work on Tuesday. Just come out and support. Anywhere you are, so solidarity of a strike against the government. Yeah. So we are asking the people as much as possible to come out. Just come out on Tuesday and give strength to the cause of having a better Jamaica and a better life for our generation and our grandchildren. Please, that's what I'm asking. That's what I just say.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jesus. And I'm going to drop the charge against you, you know. But if I ever see you do it again, I'm going to charge you. If I ever see you on no platform again with sons of punkos talking their foolishness and their nonsense, I'm going to charge you. I'm going to charge you. You're very intellect and bright and talented. That you to sit down on a platform speaking to son of punkos. That even know it's kind of
I was against him. I was born in the whole time.
Labor rights like this, you can't debate them, you know, because even when they see they will continue to debate you because they love the narrative. Because what they are not defending Jamaica, you know. They are defending the color, they are defending the name of Andrew Holness, not Jamaica. So for you to sit down there, for you to go a balanced region with them, you're getting nowhere, sir. And they will lead to that they go back to start disrespect the party leader and start disrespect the people. So, since I take up this issues about governance in Jamaica, I have never find myself to go on a political platform and social media to speak to convince labor. You cannot convince them, sir. They will all over the place and make you whatever you're saying, because the reality is there. The reality is there that the country is not running well. But to defend Andrew Holness and to defend their $25,000 and to defend their 2 sheets of zinc and to defend their 12 chicken for 5 years, they will carry you to the ground. So if me see you again, sir, I'm gonna charge you. So charge up for now, sir. Have yourself a great one. It's a pleasure for you, sir, to be on my platform. The platform is always welcome to you, sir. So have yourself a blessed one. God bless you, sir.
Same to you, Father.
Yeah, my brother. I'm going to take this. I can save this person. The last card. I can see. All right, that's Nikki. I can hear what Nikki have to say for 2 minutes. Nikki's not there. All right, thank God. Okay. Well, wow. What? Hey, good things. Such a pity that good things have to come to an end. Such a good